Hi, I'm Dr. Chris McKee, and for this short clip, let's talk about intimacy and how many times does it take being rejected before it feels like begging. So it's a tricky topic because intimacy and intimacy needs are different for everyone. And I think anytime we find ourselves in a position in partner relationship where, say, intimacy is not meeting one person's need over the other, we really have to have a look at, well, what's the reason behind it? And really digging to the root cause of that and starting to look at, well, are you aligned in desire? What is it that equals intimacy for each? Because it might actually be very different for both, and you might actually be speaking a different language when you're actually leaning in for intimacy. And what's the reason why someone is not wanting to meet you there in intimacy? And that comes down to communication. What's really going on? Is the pattern that's showing up now different to the history? Is it actually a pattern that's been there for a long time and perhaps just not been seen or being pushed away in some way, shape, or form? It could be that across time, as the dynamic of the relationship changes or as kids come along and things like that, that just simply the way you navigate each other has changed across time with growth and with transition inside the partnership or the family dynamic. So I think with intimacy, any time that there's a perception of begging, that's the time to stop and also start to really look at, hang on a second, let's sit down and really get clear, even though the conversation might be uncomfortable and feel vulnerable and feel raw and perhaps even a little bit scary. It's really, really important to get on the same page, and that can take multiple conversations, perhaps in support, so whether that's through therapy or a mentor or however it is that you like to do that. But I think unless you're actually crystal clear on what intimacy equals for both and what each party's needs are at any point in time, it can be very, very tricky. So talk more, be open, lean in, step into to the vulnerability and see where that takes you, because vulnerability in itself is a wonderful form of intimacy.